Expert Me This. This episode of Sleep It Off is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here in the Pokémon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Good morning, Pokemon Sleep researchers, and welcome to episode 22 of Sleep It Off. Sleep It Off is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. I'm one of your hosts, Justin, and I'm joined by Luis.
Hola.
What's up?
I'm doing good. Good job on actually making sure that we actually said that right, too. I completely forgot about that one.
We're just reading off the notes here, and we're like, oh, I'm having to think about what is today, what episode is this, because we did not update that part.
Yeah, we were making sure that we get everything ready for the podcast, and then, everything.
The important stuff, but not the less important stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, we are here once again because
I'm going to see you in person in just a couple days. Probably by the time this comes out. Hopefully, I'll edit it.
Yeah,
tonight or / tomorrow.
When do you flight?
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, we both played Pokemon Go. Luis's other podcast is about Pokemon Go. I'm flying out Thursday night. I get into town at 10 p.m. to Newark.
Ooh. Okay. Is somebody... Well, okay. Well, we can discuss that at some point. Other point, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, because you're going like somewhat early, right? You're going to get there like midday?
Actually, I'll be there like almost 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, so you're like... Yeah. After we're done recording tonight, you're just going to go to bed and then you'll be in New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm finishing packing right before this, and I got almost everything.
Nice. You got your battery packs?
Yeah.
You got, I don't know, your extra phone? I don't know. Are you a two-phone person?
No, just the one. All right, well, I mean, yes, Pokemon Go Fest is going to be fun. I'm just glad that I have so many people actually going, and we're just going to have fun in the Airbnbs. We're going to have fun.
So what we need to do is we need to just have Sleep up the whole time. Be like, yeah, oh, look how much fun we're having with Sleep. You guys want to play? You guys want to send me some candies? Be part of my research squad?
Oh. I think we have like half of them actually playing with us, but
Yeah, there's actually a good decent number of the ones that are staying in the Airbnb that actually play.
Yeah, our Go Pluses are gonna go nuts.
Oh, reminds me, I gotta find mine. I took one. I took it on a trip recently, and I think it's still in a bag.
Oh God. Okay.
I think
it's probably like
unpack
dead.
The bag.
Dead,
I know. It's like
dead at arrival.
Yeah, because like if you want to just like connect to it and hear it buzz, so you can find it, it doesn't work if it's dead.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so again, we love Pokemon Go, but we love Pokemon Sleep, and it's time to talk about some things that we had almost 3 weeks to go with. So
yeah, it was the 4th week of May was our last one. It's only been I think 2 weeks that we haven't done one, but
we had some exciting news.
Yes, the exciting news is everything.
Yes. Well, we're gonna go ahead and recap the new Moon event, the one that everybody was going crazy about, just because we have a mythical Pokemon appear again. Indeed. A brand new Pokemon is being introduced, and by the time you hear this, it's not gonna be out, but it's gonna be close to coming out.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu.
Anyways, and we also have some interesting event. I think Justin and I are actually very excited for this event because it's something that it's part of our gameplay.
I'm reading the title right here. The Pack Portions event. I was wondering if that was the correct name. I was like, that's kind of a funny name, but I understand if you know what the event is about.
Basically. And then just, of course, the information about Full Moon event, which is the other event that we get every month now. So
yes.
And some exciting stuff because you know what? This game is not hard enough for us. We got to go harder. We got to go expert.
Expert?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'll be a good way to end the pod. That and some good old Dream Dex Detective.
Definitely.
See if I can get it right.
we'll see. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna give me an entry this week, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, yeah. So how was your new moon event? Did you encounter a Darkrai? Did you see some
I did encounter a
Murkrows?
Darkrai. I did not use a good camp ticket since I had just used one the week before.
Yeah.
And I didn't use a friend's incense either. I wish I would have had one to use, but I wasn't going to buy one. Because when I did encounter the Darkrai, which is great, but I wasn't going to... It was the end of the month. I didn't have a ton of spare biscuits. And so I just didn't even give it any. I think I maybe gave it my premium biscuit. Maybe not, actually, because there was something else I wanted to catch. So I was just like, well, we'll plan around this for the next one.
Yeah. It's interesting how Darkrai is. And we'll go over our other catches because I know we have some things that we want to talk about. But Darkrai, at least for me, it actually was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the event also doesn't allow the Pokemon to become full that easily, which at the time of reading the information, it didn't compute in my brain. I thought maybe they were going to get full a lot quicker. I don't know why. But every time I was feeding a biscuit to somebody or one on that specific...
Oh, you're right. It did say that about the event. I was... Yep. Full disclosure, I'm in that Star Wars costuming group. We had our biggest event of the year last weekend. It was the Dallas Fan Expo. And so I was all gung-ho looking at that stuff and not really thinking about, should I feed this Darkrai all of my biscuits, which I didn't have.
Right. Yeah, so I was able to fit... Actually, for the first time, and because I had gems, I did buy an Ultra Biscuit.
Oh.
Which, I had the extra gems and they were all
free.
So
I'm really, okay with that if you're using it, A, on something worthwhile like a Darkrai, and B, it's hungry.
So those gave me some good points to the matter of the 30 that I think we have to get. I think it's like 15 to 30. Yeah. So then, of course, I fitted my regular biscuit, or I'm sorry, my premium biscuit, and then some grape balls or grape biscuits, and then I finally got it. So I did get my second Darkrai, or at least I got my second Darkrai seed, because you are not able to catch another one.
If only.
So it's only. Now, have you used your seed yet on your Darkrai?
I have not. I thought about it, but then I was like, I haven't actually looked into using it. If I'm supposed to do it a certain way or whatever. I was just like, I'm not even using Dark Pokemon right now. If I had the need for it, I would have used it. But
yes. So I'm sharing my screen so you guys can see. If you guys are, of course, on YouTube, please subscribe.
Yeah. Please watch.
You saw also a couple of things. But yes, I did use both of my seeds. The first one, unfortunately, was a little... not the greatest because it was just inventory up L. So it will get there. However, the second one was helping speed. And I'm actually glad about that.
Oh, well, then you can use another seed to make it M.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping for at least either Berry Finding or Skill Trigger, but that was just me.
Yeah. I mean, helping speed in itself, I mean, it's not exactly as good, but it's like a good in-between, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it helps with your skills. It helps with your gathering. Kind of helps with everything.
I got medium. It's good. Really good. I mean, I'm hoping also for helping bonus, but that's what it is when it comes down to it. In the end of the day, I think I'm happy with what I have currently. It's not like I'm going to be using Darkrai anytime soon for anything related. I prefer to probably power up my Cresselia or things like that. But that's the best that I got. And then through the event, we did get Murkrow as a brand new addition to the game. It is a skill specialist. I know we didn't really talk much about Murkrow aside from probably announcing it from the last time. I was able to get mono coffee, which is pretty good. Having a couple extra coffees here and there is also nice. I was I'm really happy about this Murkrow, and it's the first Murkrow that I caught. I was surprised that I actually even got it at that point. Hellspin Speed, Skill Trigger S, and Skill Level Up M.
Oh, wow.
For the first 3 skill.
Dang.
I said, I'm done.
And mono coffee, because we always need coffee. All right.
Yeah.
This is your new dump. Dump all of the rare candy into this and use it.
Yep. I got 6. So it's gonna take a while for me to actually power this up. It is close to level 30, but I think aside from the nature, which is a neutral nature, I don't think it could get any better. This is like basically the free-to-play Murkrow that anybody.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't hate neutral natures. I'd rather have a neutral nature every time than a bad nature.
Yes. So I was very happy about this. I also today, actually, or this morning when I woke up, I got another shiny Pichu.
Ooh.
Very cute.
You can hardly tell that it's shiny.
I know, right? So when the screen popped up, I saw the nature and I was like, oh, this is adamant. Oh, adamant is good.
Wait.
Also, a mono ingredient, which again, it doesn't really matter for this Pokemon, but
yeah,
the skills at the end, I was so close to being like almost a perfect, but it does have helping bonus for the very first skill. It does have other mediocre skills. I mean, helping speed is good. Ingredient finding M could be either later or just not at all there, but in berry finding could have been that skill too, but I'm happy with this investment if I ever get to that point.
Yeah,
I think it will just be very, very fast at that point.
Very fast. Ha ha.
Basically. Aside from that, some other catches here and there. I think this Totodile is okay. That's not very finding and helping speed him. So
yeah, that's great. No, that invest.
And it has Green Finder S and L100, so I'm never gonna worry about him having that. Fortunately, I still haven't been able to really catch. Oh yeah, that did get another shiny seal too. Because why not?
Dang, you and these shinies.
You know, I did catch an Absol. I think it was because I was two hungry Absols in my screen, so I picked one that premium and then yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I mean Absol was.
I was at Topalo.
Nice. And pretty much that's all my good catches. Everything else is just meh. I mean, I'm just gonna try for this quest Sleep because. Since we're already here and I haven't actually made dinner to Snorlax, let's see if I can get an extra tasty. I'm not using a camping ticket or anything. I've just been using the dinner. So let's see if we get. I'm doing the.
Oh, 28%.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's put in some ginger. And see if I get a nice little extra tasty for everybody to see. Just because we're that good. It's gotta be the streamer lucks right here.
Come on.
Or the YouTuber luck.
Yes! That's always fun.
Yes, always.
Gotta love the butter curry.
So, those more catches. I think I'm happy with the event itself. Will I actually be happy if I see another Darkrai? Yes. But trying to get one is always going to be a struggle unless you have some Master Biscuits saved up at the end of the day. So.
Well.
Oh, and I'm actually Ultra 1 in OGPP. That's actually crazy.
All right. So since I haven't done it, let's just go ahead. We're going to use our, what's it called? The Eureka Seed.
All right. There we go. Let's see if he gets something nice.
And click use.
And then, you got to choose the slot it's going to go to.
Okay, so then I just choose a sub-skill, right? I mean, I guess I could choose the ingredient, but
Nah, nobody cares about the ingredient.
All right.
So just choose the first one there. Let's see. And then unlock use.
Man, there's so many things.
I know, right? It can tell you right before you actually get the skill, so when it shows up. Oh, blue skill. Okay. A skill level up is okay. All right.
Well, not too bad.
Yeah, you can sub-skill that into an M and get 2 extra levels.
Oh, it's weird. It's like flashing.
Yeah, it does that. It's kind of cool. So you did get a nice little lottery into.
Yeah, because I mean that's me not having to spend a sub-skill seed. I mean a main skill seed, which I am severely lacking right now because I used them all in Dedenne and I haven't gained them back.
Yeah, so definitely something to always keep in mind. I think I haven't tried it yet, but I think you can re-roll the skills too once you have more seeds.
Oh, so I can like re-click on that first one. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a tough game to play though, because it's so hard to get them.
Eh,
I guess we don't have the candy. It's going to be hard to really get above level 50 anyways. So
It is a long, long, long time investment on this, just because we don't think we're gonna get every single one we get during the full moon. A lot of people were getting Darkrai's like every single one of the days of the new moon event, and then I only got the one. I was actually happy with the
yeah, I
one.
only got the one as well.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I was happy. Yeah.
so I didn't really get any good spawns to write home about this past week. Now, since I had the convention and stuff going on, I was like, you know what? Let's like stack up the research and do it all at once. I didn't realize when you do that, like if you it only lets you it only lets you actually review the latest one, and then the ones before that is just like, here's what you saw. We gave your bonus biscuit to a random Pokemon, and then that's it.
Yep.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so then and of course they crit on both of them. So it was a Graveler and a Quagsire, neither of which I would have caught because I've invested in both. But I was like, okay, well, are you any good? The Graveler, not great, has Skill Trigger M and Helping Speed and not mono ingredients. The Quagsire is okay, but it's ABA with mushrooms and potatoes, and has inventory up and ingredient finder and speed of help up nature. But I've already invested in 2 Quagsires now because the Paldean form and the regular form, so I'm never going to have that candy to invest in on the third. I'm still hunting a mono ginger larvitar, so I caught a couple of those. They weren't really anything good. Caught a couple Riolus that were terrible. I'm still looking for a mono oil Krogunk. Didn't find that. Kept getting ABA. I caught a Banette because it was hungry, but again, did not have berry finding S. I caught a shiny Ghastly, which I've caught before. I think I actually know the last one I caught was a shiny Haunter. But let's see, it does have helping bonus and ingredient finding up nature, but it's AAB ingredient list, and I've already invested in an AAB, so
Yeah. There's still a lot of chances to always say the mono is always the greatest thing that you can find, but sometimes it's good to have both skills, both the regular ingredients on it.
yeah. So I haven't really caught anything good in a while.
Yeah,
And that's
I mean,
okay.
you're due. Yeah, you're gonna probably find like a shiny Mawile when it comes out next week.
Yeah, and so like I don't mind, keep catching, transferring, and just using like my biscuits here and there without spending any real money. So, I mean, I guess I'm spending money on the whatever the premium pass every month, but
Yeah. I just got my rewards actually, so that I needed the extra points.
yeah.
All right. So let's segue into the next piece of news here because we do have a champing discovery. And that is Mawile, just like I mentioned just a minute ago. It is a interesting Pokemon to introduce to the game, mostly because I'm not 100% sure if I want it or not. But we're going to share an article here from Go Hub, which is our good friends in the Pokemon Go community and everything, but they love Pokemon Sleep too, thanks to Kitty Pocket or Kitty Pokemon Salat. So the event starts on June 9th, which is next week, I believe, and ends, of course, on the 16th. You can go to any of the areas. You have different sleep styles through the event, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about going to dosing or anything like that. You do have the ability for Pokemon to recover 5 additional energy from dishes. You can always make sure that your Pokemons are really healthy thanks to the dishes, so that's pretty nice. That's something that we love to do. your cooking pot will be 50 times larger.
50%.
Or, I'm sorry, yeah, 50 times, 50% larger. Or 200 times, I'm sorry, 200% on Sunday only. That means more ingredients can find. So I suggest really stock up for this because you're probably gonna have it's like a good copy ticket at this point, isn't it?
I'm gonna have to be running Vaporeon just to get all the extra ingredients. Because I'm gonna be emptying.
That's actually a good thing because the main skill of the ingredient Pokemons, the ingredient magnet S and ingredient draw S will have 1.5 times effectiveness.
Oh, I'm excited now.
However, that's not all. Final strength from dishes will be multiplied 1.5 and 3 times for extra tasties and 4.5 for extra tasties on Sundays only. It's like,
and I'm probably gonna use my good camp ticket, so I'm gonna be using it's gonna be like over 200 pot like every time. Oh, I'm gonna have to really be using ingredient magnet Pokemon.
So you gotta have to really prepare for this too, just because we're on off week right now. But by the time this comes out, I think it's time to really plan out how many ingredients you're gonna have for each one of them, and run your special Pokemons and the Dene. Each time I help a Pokemon with the ingredient specialist brings you ingredients, it will give you an extra one. So
nice.
If you get 5 from Vaporeon, then you get 6. So that's pretty nice. And of course, we do have the mini candy boost available during this time, which we know what it is. Just power up your Pokemons.
Don't do it for Pokemon above level 30. It's too expensive.
Yeah. So just by looking at this list of information for the event, are you really excited?
Okay, I'm excited. I had not read this event yet. I was like, okay, it's supposed to be about ingredients. Okay, sure. But I was like, wait, this is right up my alley.
Yep. So if you actually have, let's say, a dish that you're hoping to really power up at this point, this is the event for you. First and foremost, for anybody free to play, this is the event where you really want to get to the best dishes out there. You don't have to use a good camping ticket. And if you do, you have the extra pot space to power up the dish as much as possible.
Honestly, this is a great event to go for Master 20 on an island.
Mm-hmm. Should I try it? Should I do OGPP?
You're not hitting Master 20 on OGPP. You'd be lucky to hit Master 17.
You never know. You just got to try it. But that being said, it does seem like a good event to run for. So you have to run probably your best dish around. You're more likely going to have to re-roll the dish.
Mm-hmm.
Because
hopefully you got a couple travel passes saved up.
Yeah, which I do. I know it's not curries. Salad seems to be the one that I'm going to go for this week or that specific week. Because I can do the search too. I have a good magnet for each one of them. But salads, I don't know. I had a good time when I was doing the salads the first time around, especially when the apple acid yogurt dessert salad came around. So I think I'm ready for that. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty balanced, actually. I think I can really do just about any of them.
And you have the Pokemons for it, so that's pretty good. So there will be featured Pokemons, of course. The greater appearance of Mawile appearing in the game will be available to all areas. And then some slight greater appearances. All of these are actually ingredient magnet Pokemon, or at least ingredient skill Pokemon, sorry, I should say.
Even Murkrow? Like
Bulbasaur's. Murkrow has the ingredient finder as ability.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so all of this plus more probably, but regardless, this is most of the Pokemons that are gonna appear in any of those. So let's say you're looking for like a Dratini with double or mono Perf, then you have a chance to encounter more Dratinis, or maybe get more candies at that point. I suggest something that will allow you to get all 3 starters, because all 3 starters are always a nice addition. Same with Sprigatito and Fuecoco. So, where's Questly in here?
Well, it's not in there. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Mawa will appear more frequently in Greengrass Isle and Top Hollow.
Oh, all right.
And
That seals it. I was thinking about going to Top Hollow because I've already done Master 20 for Cyan Beach. And I was like, so I think Top Hollow is where I'm going to go.
There's also all GPP, but I mean, you got more spawns there, so you get a higher chance to get a Mawile if you go to Top Hollow, anyways.
Yeah, so
less Pokemons to encounter at that point. So yeah, I think that's actually my best bet too. I do need to get to 20 at some point, but you know. And then, of course, the debut, it is going to be a Steel type Pokemon. However, Mawile is usually also a Fairy type, thanks to the Fairy typing, but it still is his main course, which is great in OGPP if that's what you need. It's going to have the Ingredient Draw S, which is the new skill that was introduced with Murkrow, but it's going to be called Hyper Cutter. Gets one type of ingredient chosen randomly from a specific selection of ingredients, and sometimes gets more ingredients than usual.
I do like how they have that ability to crit, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. It's like a skill specialist, but of course, it might actually just be an ingredient specialist regardless. Actually, this sounds more like they're going to be a skill specialist more than an ingredient-based Pokemon. Anyhow, Mawile will start appearing on June 9th, starting at 3 p.m. local time. So I'm sure that they'll give you like an instant so to encounter the first one. Yeah. And of course, the limited time candy boost, you understand it will give you
all right,
twice the usual amount of experience. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. I'm excited for this event. I'm really excited, though.
Oh, it should be good. I'm ready to have a bunch of packed portions.
Definitely. I guess we can probably just quickly summarize Full Moon event. It's coming June 10 to the 13th.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it. You might encounter Darkrai.
Oh, no. This is the Full Moon event.
Oh, this is the full moon, not the... What was
the new moon?
Not the new moon. Oh, okay. You know what full moon is.
Yeah.
Extra sleep.
Extra points.
You get Clefairy in that line.
And sometimes some shinies.
Yeah. You know what it is. And speaking of know what it is, I think it's time for a break.
Time to nap.
All right. We'll be back from our nap right after this.
And we're back. Thank you so much for a nap. Before we continue on, let's take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Esper Willow, GK, Hold the Counselor, Joseph, Kimberly, Maddie G, Nugget and Sushi Slayer. Special thanks to our executive producers on the network, Monkey Brett, Kate the Cons, Last of Us, and Tish Smith. We also have a brand new elite trainer, Trainer Mystic.
Whoa, shout out Trainer Mystic. Man, stepping up from executive producer to the elite trainer.
That is insane. He'll have like all the like powerful Pokemon, so we're gonna have to challenge him for battle next.
He is the elite four.
If you're interested in becoming an executive producer on our show, please let us know. It would greatly appreciate it. With tiers as $1 a month, you can support a collective of hard-working part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon and podcasting here at the Pokémon Professor Network. Hit us up on patreon.com/Pokémon Professor, and you can enjoy other podcasts on the network like Lure Ups, Special Conditions, Gotta Watch Them All, Way Spotters, Purify, Good Morning Johto, and After Dark Ride. Make sure you check us out at PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, and leave us some reviews, because 5 stars are the best stars. All right. So, you want to talk about the expert mode here?
Yes. Do I ever? Okay. So, we have new updates coming to Pokemon Sleep. This is a massive update for 2.9.0, including Expert Mode. This article comes to us from PokemonGoHub.net, written by the one and only Kitty Pokemon's a lot again.
Ooh.
Trainers, get ready for some major updates to Pokemon Sleep. Version 2.9.0 is coming, and there are truly game-changing adjustments. So first question, Luis, have you actually read this yet? I have not read it.
I have an idea, yes.
I just wanted to be surprised for the show so you can get my authentic reaction instead of me hyping myself up one way or another. Starts awesome. June 5th at 5:30 a.m. UTC. Oh, that's soon. That's this week. Balance adjustments.
Well, yes, that's the update, or at least the updates for all of this. But yes.
All right. So adjustments to Pokemon Sleep style appearance rates. 3-star sleep styles that can be seen during sleep research in all areas will be a little more likely to appear, which is good because they're a holdout for a lot of people. And except the only time I get a bunch of 3 stars is when I have a super high sleep score, like that week that I hit Master 20 on Cyan Beach. All right, addition of 3-star sleep styles that can be discovered on Greengrass Isle. Multiple 3-star Pokemon sleep styles will be added to the sleep styles that can be seen during research on Greengrass. Interesting. I'm not sure why, or unless there was like lacking there, or...
I mean, if you think about it, if you had the drowsy power to reach rank 20, you'd just be seeing a lot of 4 stars and 3 stars Rattatas half the time, but so...
All right.
So it's good to have that.
The next one, adjustments to carry limits of evolved Pokemon you befriend. Interesting. The carry limit increase Pokemon receive when you evolve them will now also apply to evolved Pokemon you befriend. This is an incredible update. It makes catching Pokemon much more worthwhile. Evolved Pokemon much more worthwhile. After this update, the increase will be applied automatically to all Pokemon in your Pokemon box. Oh, sick. Because there are several times where I'm like, all right, this Meowscarada, for example, is hungry. Let me feed it. Oh, I caught it. Oh, it has good stats, but its carry limit is low. That's a big change. I'm going to have to go back and re-look through some of my Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind, that whatever you have kept and not lost in the transition is definitely going to be a little change here and there.
Yeah, and it gives an example. So if you have Eradicate the evolved from Rattata, it's going to stay at 21 no matter what. But if you were to befriend Eradicate just from the wild and not have evolved it, it would have been at 16. It'll now be increased to 21 to match it, as if you had evolved it. So, which is good. And then adjustments to certain helper Pokemon's helping stats. This includes Butterfree, Dodrio, and Altaria, who will have their frequency shortened slightly.
A little nice addition to some of the Pokemons we have been using a long time anyways.
Yeah, because they've been in the game for forever, but no one uses them as far as I know. I mean, have you ever used a Butterfree, Dodrio, or Altaria?
I used an Altaria for a little bit at some point, but I don't have any good ones.
Yeah, at one point I was using Dodrio because I was super hurting for soybeans, but other than that, no.
Yep.
The other section. When you try to make a dish but do not have enough of the required ingredients, recipe details will be displayed, and you'll see how many of the ingredients you're currently holding. I'm not sure I understand what that means. When you try to make a dish... instead of... Okay, you know how the workaround we've been using where we go to the pot to see how many we're doing, and now you can see it from the choose a recipe screen, is what it's saying.
Correct. Yeah.
Which is nice, because, it's so annoying. It's like, all right, how many am I short? Am I short 2 or am I short 25? Because there's a big difference here. Yep. If I'm short 25, I'm not waiting. I'm cooking something else. If I'm short 2, I'll put a couple more Pokemon in and wait 30 minutes.
Basically.
All right. Adjustments made to the number of sleep styles Snorlax ratings displays. The sleep style numbers displayed will now exclude sleep styles that only appear when Pokemon Instance is used. Interesting. So like,
it's probably like maybe a new indication that you're using a instance to that, and it just doesn't carry over to the Snorlax ratings or something like that. So it like I think it just tells you like you have the little Pokeballs to tell you which styles you got. Maybe it will add a new one. Maybe they'll just say it's like, oh, this doesn't include this one or something like that in the day. So,
all right, and then some text adjusted, unified, other small bugs, fixes, yada yada. That's all fine and dandy. Now the exciting part, or at least I hope it's the exciting part. Expert mode. Expert mode has been announced as coming in a future update, with preparations starting now. Here's what we know so far. A new, challenging game mode will be added in an update around the end of July or early August. Oh, they're really announcing this ahead. In this new mode, there will be ways for all kinds of helper Pokemon to contribute. It'll be more difficult to raise Snorlax, but you'll be able to get more rewards than ever before. Okay, I was like, I hope there's a reason other than just doing it on hard mode. Requirements for unlocking Expert mode. Snorlax rating reaches Master 18 on Greengrass Isle. Expert mode will be available to play on Greengrass Isle. Note, if you already met these requirements, Expert mode will unlock as soon as it's added to the game. Great. I think I've hit Master 18 before on Greengrass. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to Greengrass since we.
I checked on my islands, and the only one that I haven't like reached Master 18 are the Letter Islands. I think I even hit Master 17 in No Snowdrop, but I should be pretty close anyways.
Okay, let me. How do you check that actually?
You go to, let's say if you are going to use a camping ticket, or I'm sorry, a travel ticket, and then you can just see the whole display of the map. Or actually, no, you just go to the map.
Yeah. You just go to I was just going to say, I found it. You go to the main menu, and then you just click on map, which is below your bag space. Something I never look at, the map.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Greengrass Isle, Master 18. Cyan Beach, Master 20. That's the one where I had that crazy look and hit it in super early. Yeah. Topala's only 15. Snowdrop is only 12.
I'm in the same boat there.
Lakeside is Master 16, which is weird. It's higher than the previous two. And then
Lapis, I'm actually at 17 too. So
OGPP is only at 9. Wah, wah.
I'm at 7. So yeah. So yeah, I have at least 2 islands that I can just get expert mode in it. So I'm probably gonna have to work on getting 18 to a lot of the others.
Okay, so I'm excited to try it, because then I'll want to do Greengrass Isle again. Snorlax's favorite berries of the week will be divided into one main favorite and 2 sub-favorites. Pokemon that gather the Snorlax's main favorite berry will receive various helping-related bonuses. On the other hand, Pokemon that don't gather any of Snorlax's weekly favorite berries will receive penalties. Interesting. One additional bonus related to raising Snorlax will be selected at random every week. Rewards you can get from Expert Mode. The amount of drowsy power required to see Pokemon Sleep styles will greatly increase. Not exciting. But the amount of research EXP, Dream Shards, and candies you get from researching each sleep style will also increase. Very interesting. Because, we're always hurting for Dream Shards and candies. And now that we've upped it to 65, I'm sure a lot of people can use the research EXP.
Yeah.
You'll have an increased chance to encounter shiny Pokemon. Always good. Multiple Expert Mode exclusive weekly missions will be added. Sick. The kinds of Pokemon that appear on Greengrass and Expert can differ from those that normally appear on Greengrass. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's like, all the evolution. I mean, already so much appears there. I wonder what it would be. You'll also need an Expert ticket to take on Expert Mode. Oh, you can exchange for Expert tickets at the Sleep Point exchanges. I really hope it's not expensive.
I'm hoping for that either. Even if it is a little bit expensive, you can technically plan out how you're gonna tackle Expert Mode. If this is the way to entry, meaning that you need to
it does say Sleep Point exchanges, so you think it'll be like the equivalent of like a seed, like 1,400 or 1,800?
I hope not.
What do you think? I mean, we have the easy travel ticket. That's only 100. I would love it for it to be that. I don't think that's what it's going to be, though.
I'm going to give it a range and this is my guess, just because it is technically a harder mode to play, but at the same time they want to have for like easier to new players to play it at some point. I'm gonna give it between, I want to say 500 to 1,000 points, at least.
Yeah, 1,000 just sounds like a nice round number. I'm really hoping for 200.
Yeah, that would be nice. But as I was saying, even if you don't have the sleep points to get the ticket to get to expert, you can plan out the next time. So it's not like you really expert mode is just gonna be part of the game from now on. You can play it. You don't have to play it if you want to. You can just casually play the game, just like we have been doing for the last year, almost 2 at this point. So in the end of the day, I think that this is a good challenge for people who have actually played this game as much as they want to, like us. And definitely keep an eye for future updates on how this game is going to work. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I want to see how it goes. I want to see how we fail at it for the first time, because we just never prepare for things. And then just prepare, because this is basically our hard mode right now. So
It is interesting that we're going to get a hard mode. Because, like Pokemon Go never got a hard mode. I mean, can you think of other Pokemon games that got a hard mode?
I mean, if you're playing to Ring Master mode in Pokemon TCG Pocket, or Master into Pokemon Unite or something like that, maybe.
I guess there's
the
PvP rank portion.
Yeah, so it's the way that this game can have a hard mode, knowing that it's gonna take us longer to get Snorlax to a higher level. Maybe the missions are gonna be harder. The rewards are gonna be great if you get them. Things like that. Hopefully, it's going to be a good update once July comes around. And again, the 2-year anniversary is coming up too.
Oh, get excited. Okay. I think that's enough of that. Let's move on to Sleep or Dream Dex Detective.
Okay. Where's my hourglass?
That reminds me, I didn't actually choose one.
Well, while you look for one, if you can remember, you do have an entry to guess on this time around. And here it is. It grows berries with the texture of frozen treats around its belly when spring approaches. Even if other Pokemon sneak up to eat berries while it sleeps, this Pokemon doesn't seem to notice.
All right, I'm going to go with what my first instinct was the last time. Is it Snover?
Yes. It's the only Pokemon that is kind of like an ice Pokemon with like tree-like natures. So I kind of figured it was going to be easy, or you're just going to get stumped at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me choose one for you. So I'm trying to choose one that's not too easy.
Yeah, it gets harder when you know that the Pokemon, just like the entirety of the Pokemon, is on the entry.
Okay, this one is just a wild entry, so I'm just going to read this one. Okay. All right. This Pokemon picks fights indiscriminately and grows stronger and more powerful each time it faints. Although quite rare, you may see a sleeping version that looks like it's about to cry. It could be challenging a strong opponent in its dreams.
You do understand this as an entry that I gave you, right?
Damn it!
I know it. I know it's Rufflet because I remember this one.
I thought you did Braviary. I was like, this sounds kind of familiar. Okay. Ignore that one, please.
It's like rewind.
All right. This one is actually pretty short.
Okay.
The best swimmer among Pokemon. This Pokemon has been seen languidly paddling its webbed limbs as it sleeps. Perhaps it's swimming in its dreams.
Well, definitely a water Pokemon at that point, but we'll figure that out when we get to the next one.
Are you sure? Could be fire.
I mean, we're gonna see Volcarona in GoFest. So yeah, that's an entry, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that is it for today's podcast. Don't forget to email us anything to sleepitoffpod@gmail.com. And you can also voice, text, and picture line at 732-835-8639. With that being said, Justin, let's go to sleep. I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
All right. Good night.